Good morning. I'm Dave Davis, a Public Works Director for the City of Everett, and I want to welcome you all to the Grand Avenue. Oh, what is the official title of this bridge? Grand Avenue Park Bridge. We always like to call it the Grand Avenue Park Utility Bridge because that's what it was originally intended to be at the onset, but it has certainly expanded and morphed into something bigger and greater. I just want to recognize a few folks out in the crowd. Cassie Franklin. Cassie, one of our city council members, is here. And we also have Lindsay Webb from Congressman office. I apologize. Well, about 5 years ago, the city had a problem. We were in the midst of building a very extensive sewer improvement in North Everett, where we were trying to take care of the basement flooding that had been occurring, and we were separating the storm water from the sewer. But now we had to deal with all that storm water that we were collecting, and there was a slide that knocked out one of our major overflows that took the water down off the bluff. What were we going to do with all this water? When the design team initially came back and showed us their various concepts, when they showed the concept of the thought of building a utility bridge off of Grand Avenue Park, some 80-some feet in the air, from one of the city's beloved and iconic parks, out over the Burlington Northern Tracks, crossing State Highway, trying to needle our way through PUD transmission lines, and then coming down on the Port of Everett. My thoughts were, good luck, fellas, have at it, and come back with a better idea. Fortunately, they didn't listen to me, and they continued on, and with the right folks working on the project, the right leadership, the right partners, the right assistance for funding, we were able to put it together. And a very wondrous project is going to be before us here in the not too distant future. I guess I'd also like to say that when you come out for a groundbreaking and you already can see a crane on the ground and the contractor is anxious to get going, that's another good sign that you're working on a great project, because they want to put it into place. But with all of the visioning that we did and all the thinking and all of the wonder on how we were going to put this project together, you can't do anything without great leadership. And we were very fortunate here at the City of Everett that we have the leader in Mayor Ray Stephenson that allowed us not just to think and to dream about what we could put together, but he had the leadership ability to allow us to actually move forward. And with that, I'd like to then introduce Ray for these opening comments.
Well, you don't know how happy I am with 82 days left in office to be here for a groundbreaking that I wasn't sure was going to happen. We started talking about a pedestrian bridge probably over 10 years ago. Obviously, going through 8 years of recession put a lot of our dreams and plans on hold. But this bridge really, I think, ties our waterfront and our neighborhoods together in a very significant way. And what's most creative about it, and for those of you who are my former neighbors in the Northwest neighborhood, you know that we've had a system out here, a sewer system that takes both stormwater and sewage, and we have had flooding problems for really decades. The further you move in South Everett, those systems are divided, and we had an opportunity with your help and utility rate increases, unfortunately, to split that system, and we had to find a way to move the stormwater off this hillside into deep water in Port Gardner Bay. And so this project started really as a utility project, but the creative minds of our staff and the support of our city council really allowed us to think more broadly and more boldly about what this could be. And I know I see a number of people that I see on the route around the waterfront, West Marine View Drive. I'm tired of climbing over the Jersey barrier behind my son's house to dash across West Marine View Drive. And so this is going to be a wonderful addition for neighbors and people on the bluff to really enjoy the waterfront and the great job the Port of Everett is doing with the expansion that I see every morning. So I'm sort of a quasi inspector. I walk the waterfront every morning. I was down there this morning. I can tell you the construction crews are driving pilings in 35 feet into the ground to make sure that the elevator and the structure stays where it should be. And so the work is continuing. I'm really happy to see it start. So I've got some fun factos here. The bridge is 257 feet long. It crosses 5 railroad tracks, major transmission power lines thanks to the PUD, and then 5 lanes of traffic on 529. The top of the elevator tower will be 65 feet. And really what's cool about this design, and if you live in this neighborhood, you can understand why this would be a concern, but the profile of this bridge really will not interrupt the views of the people that live here. It's really a very unique design, and you can see that from the pictures that are here as well. So about 1 million pounds of steel will go into this project. I'm not necessarily one who wants to make Donald Trump happy, but this is all American steel. Over time, this steel will weather into sort of a natural darkened color, which is really going to be unique, and it'll be great for maintenance as well. The design team used the guardrail over the Burlington Northern right-of-way to incorporate the patterns that are similar to the elevator and utility tower. I know the City Council weighed in and to make sure that the elevator structure in the parking lot north of Lombardi's will be more than just a cement structure. It'll have great art, and it'll be a great asset to the community. I'm very happy as well that we have ADA ramps and access for everyone on this bridge. I just want to acknowledge a few people, and then I'll sit down and be quiet. I know some of you can hardly wait for 82 days, but Burlington Northern, Snohomish County PUD, great partner, Port of Everett, who's doing really a remarkable job, and thanks Les and commissioners for the incredible work you do. Puget Sound Energy, WashDOT, Naval Station Everett, Comcast, Frontier, and Wave. So thanks to all of our great partners. It's going to be fun. As a civilian watching this, I can show up at the City Council meeting and complain if it's not going well. I also want to talk and just thank the consulting and engineering architect firms, KPFF Consulting Engineers, LMN Architect, Lando Associates, Inner West Construction, and KBA Construction Management. Thanks to a great team. And thanks to all of you for being here. And if I am quiet now, maybe the rain won't come. Thanks.
And thank you, Mayor. And the mayor referred to partners, and you have the partners that help participate in many ways, and then you also have the ones that will help step up and help fund and help provide the necessary property in order to bring this type of bridge to reality. And the Port of Everett was one of those strong partners that did that step up. And with that, I'd like to introduce Les Reardons, who'd like to speak on behalf of the Port of Everett.
Good morning. It's my pleasure and honor to be here to celebrate the Grand Avenue Park Bridge coming open. It's a fantastic day for us to celebrate as a community. My name's Les Reardons, and I have the pleasure to be the director of the Port of Everett. And it's my privilege on behalf of the Port of Everett and the commissioners to be able to talk to you today. The Port and City have been talking about this bridge for 20 plus years. I think it's back in the 90s that the idea first started coming about. And I really want to applaud the creativity and the ingenuity and leadership of Mayor Ray Stephenson, the City Council, and the City of Everett staff for taking the idea of how do you solve the utility problem and also the pedestrian access in today's unique funding and challenging construction time, it would not be easy to get just a pedestrian bridge funded, but they took a very creative and innovative approach and deserve a lot of credit for taking an unfundable project and making it viable. So congratulations to them. Below us will be the landing spot. It's going to be beautiful. When this thing opens in 2019, it's going to be the first time in about 20 years that people will have access from the bluff down to the water, which will be wonderful. If you have a chance afterwards, take a look at the booth over here at the Port of Everett. You'll see pictures of the bridge, or the steps that used to lead down from the bluff down to the water. It's kind of neat to see. As Dave said, the port was proud to be able to participate financially, $300,000 of funds, as well as trying to work as well to try to make the project aesthetically and safety-wise as well, and then providing the land down below. We also were able to partner with the city on relocating some outfall lines, which helped enable the project as well. The partnership with the city of Everett and the Port of Everett has been fantastic, and we owe a lot of gratitude and thanks to the city for that. When the bridge opens in 2019, the Port's Fisherman's Harbor development team is going to be putting the finishing touches on the development that you see going in down below. That's going to include new waterfront housing, a business class hotel, new waterfront public spaces, and some new restaurants as well. So people will have a great opportunity to enjoy the waterfront. Realizing this vision and dream of a walkable waterfront is coming to fruition because of this great partnership, and we look forward to continuing that into the future. I'm very proud to be able to be a part of this community and for the Port's role in the continuing success of this community. So thank you very much for coming out to celebrate today, and enjoy. Thanks.
As I mentioned at the onset, the project had a number of different challenges. And the PUD lines was one of those major challenges. You can make it a real difficult problem by saying you can't just move the lines, you can't shut them off. You just have to try to figure your way around them. Or we were fortunate enough to have an organization such as the Sonoma County PUD who helped us work a very fair and equitable solution to that challenge, and is allowing that this project to move forward. And with that, I'd like to introduce John Harlow, who's the PUD Assistant General Manager.
Good morning. I'm not letting go of this coffee. I can't stop shivering. Having just moved up to this beautiful area a few months ago, I just can't get used to these blizzard kind of conditions. Thank you for inviting us this morning. Sonoma County PUD is very pleased to be a partner on this key waterfront project, along with the City of Everett, the BNSF Railway, the Port of Everett, and the Washington State Department of Transportation. This project has involved considerable planning, nearly a decade of work by many people within the organizations that are represented here today. The pedestrian bridge will serve as a vital link as we can see continued growth and development of the Everett waterfront in the coming years. Our successful partnerships will bring a valuable new amenity to our residents, our businesses, and visitors. For the PUD and its customers, we're preparing for the Everett waterfront's development and growth in several ways, including creating a more robust communication network in the area, the relocation of some of the power lines, both underground and elevated, to accommodate the new bridge, upgrades to existing substations, including new seismic retrofitting, and an addition of a future substation on the waterfront near 10th Street. These projects are part of an overall commitment to our residential and business customers to provide the most reliable and high-quality service possible. As Everett and Snohomish County continue to grow, we continue to be a valuable partner to bring exceptional service and enhance overall quality of life for the communities we serve. I'd like to take a second to recognize Snohomish County Board Commissioner Kathy Vaughn, if she's in the audience. Kathy had just got a boot off of her leg, so I'm not sure she was able to make it, but just in case she did, I did want to recognize her. It's a pleasure to join you today to celebrate the Grand Avenue Park Bridge project. Thank you.
And thank you, John. You know, I mentioned at the onset that the genesis of this project was a problem, and the problem was trying to figure out how we were going to get stormwater off of the bluff down to the receiving waters down below. But that problem then also led to an opportunity, and that opportunity was, could we take just a regular utilitarian bridge and turn it into something special? Turn it into something that the whole community could be proud of, rather than an eyesore of pipes flowing over the top of this major roadway. But we needed funding. The utility can't pay for pedestrian improvements. It would be outside our responsibility. So we had to seek other ways of coming up with the funds in order to provide those amenities, the amenities the public would expect us to construct as a part of the project. Unfortunately, our federal government and the assistance of our local senators, we were able to come up with those funds. Speaking on behalf of Senator Patty Murray's office is her Northwest Regional Director, Ann Seaboth.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. Senator Murray regrets that she's not able to be here in person, but did want me to share a letter with you all in honor of today's celebration. Dear friends, I would like to extend my warmest greetings as you gather for the groundbreaking of the Grand Avenue Park Bridge project. Although I'm unable to attend the festivities, I want you to know that I'm with you in spirit. As the city of Everett continues to grow, we need to invest in projects that make our communities more livable, support business, and create jobs. And this pedestrian bridge does just that. It will connect Grand Avenue Park with the waterfront, increasing the quality of life for residents and tourists alike. I am proud to be your partner at the federal level. As a senior member on the Senate Transportation Appropriations Subcommittee, I work year after year to support local communities in their efforts to address transportation challenges, and I am proud to play a part in securing federal investments that give communities the extra bump that helps get a project like this over the finish line. But it's without a doubt that we are here today because of the dedication and hard work that happened at the local level. As you continue your work that does so much for Everett and Snohomish County, I will continue to fight for investments in our nation's transportation infrastructure in Washington, D.C., to make our roads, rail, and public transit safer, more efficient, and able to meet the needs of a 21st century economy. Congratulations again on today's achievement. Sincerely, Patty Murray.
And then from Senator Maria Cantwell's office, Mr. Joe Downs.
Good morning, everyone. Senator Cantwell was unable to be here today, but she asked me to read the following letter. Dear friends, congratulations as we celebrate the groundbreaking for the Grand Avenue Park Bridge project. This project will provide the people of Everett with a safe and convenient connection from the Grand Avenue Park bluff to the waterfront. As the city of Everett continues to grow, it will be more important than ever to implement projects like this one to improve walkability and quality of life. I was proud to support the federal program that provided $2 million to fund the stairs and elevator portions of the bridge. I am also proud of the coordination and teamwork displayed by the numerous stakeholders and agencies involved in making this project a reality. I especially want to thank the United States Navy, Burlington Northern Santa Fe, Washington State Department of Transportation, the Port of Everett, Puget Sound Energy, Snohomish County PUD, Comcast, Frontier, WAVE, and the City of Everett. I look forward to continuing the vital partnerships that help this project as we continue to develop and improve the City of Everett's walkability and ease of access to multimodal transportation options. Congratulations again as you celebrate this momentous groundbreaking. Please accept my best wishes as this project moves forward towards completion. Warmest regards, Maria Cantwell, United States Senator. Thank you all very much.
And thank you, Joe. You know, in about 10 minutes, most of us are going to all head back to our nice warm offices and try to kind of take care of this chill. But the neighbors of the Northwest Everett are going to have to put up with this project for a little over a year. They're going to have to deal with the traffic disruption, the dust, the noise, all of the inconveniences that we won't have to deal with, they'll have to deal with. So we want to thank them for that effort, but we also want to have the opportunity for their representative, Kari Kwass, to speak on their behalf. Kari.
Good morning. My name is Kari Kwass. I'm chair of the Northwest Neighborhood. On behalf of our neighborhood, I'd like to welcome you all here today. Speaking for many, it is with excitement and wholehearted enthusiasm that this project is beginning. For many years, decades I've heard, there has been talk and requests for something like this to happen, a means of connecting the bluff to the waterfront. It will be so nice to not have to direct people and guests looking for the Everett Farmers Market, and Karen's here today, to go all the way to 25th or all the way to Legion Park. So we're very excited. My parents bought a house here on the bluff in 1964. I'm lucky to live here today with my husband Oliver. Everett's waterfront is a treasure. The Northwest neighborhood is a treasure too. It's a blessing to bring them together. It's too bad some old pipes and some severe storms brought us here, but we're very glad for the opportunity. As a neighborhood, we will do our best to cooperate with the contractors during the construction process. Eventually, we'll proudly welcome guests who will stroll like us, perhaps with strollers, or ride their bikes, or use their wheelchairs or skateboards to get to the waterfront. Thanks for doing this. We're thrilled it's finally going to happen.
Okay, you guys got invited to a groundbreaker, so let's go break some ground and get this project rolling.